Welcome to the ultimate explainer on mastering your outdoor kitchen bite. Listen up. I know exactly why you're here. You absolutely love the crisp morning air, the sound of a crackling fire, and just sleeping under the stars. But every single time you plan a trip, that wallet anxiety hits, right? You think about all the expensive food, the gear, and you hesitate. Well, Thost, today we are fixing that completely. We're building a full-day camping meal plan that's going to have you eating like an absolute king, with full-on musty and without emptying your pockets. Let's dive in. Seriously, does enjoying nature have to feel like a luxury hobby? I mean, we all see those beautifully curated social media posts. It makes you feel like if you aren't grilling a Wagyu steak in the middle of the woods, you're somehow doing it wrong. Or you wander into a camping store and just stare at those freeze-dried meals that cost a small fortune. But I'm telling you right now, that is a total myth. You absolutely do not need fancy imported stuff to make unforgettable memories. You just need a little bit of smart planning, a solid strategy, and some clever jugad. Here is our journey for the day, Miryar. We'll start with a smart mindset. Then we break down Phase 1, the power breakfast, Phase 2, the trail lunch, and Phase 3, the campfire feast. After that, we'll hit some smart packing secrets and wrap it all up with a few camp kitchen FAQs. Let's roll. All right, Section 1, the smart camping mindset. Because before we talk about a single ingredient, we really have to get our heads in the right place. We've got two approaches here. On one side, there's fear-based packing. People get scared they'll starve or that they'll have to cook complicated meals in the dirt, so they just panic buy all this overpriced prepackaged stuff. But then, on the other side, we have smart nutrient fuel. The absolute secret here is repurposing dual-use ingredients. When you swap out those expensive items for foods that work seamlessly for both, say, breakfast and dinner, you save space, you save time, and most importantly, you keep your hard-earned cash right in your pocket where it belongs. Moving right along to Phase 1, the power breakfast. Let's build our day. Picture this, Thosts. It's morning at the camp. It's a bit chilly, the sun is just hitting the trees, and your body is literally demanding fast, warm fuel to jumpstart your metabolism. The absolute champion for this is custom blended oatmeal. But listen to me, do not, and I repeat, do not buy those tiny, overpriced, sugary packets. Just grab a massive, cheap, standard tub of rolled oats from your local grocery store. That right there is your rock-solid foundation. Now, here is your loaded camp oatmeal blueprint. Step 1 actually happens at home. You pre-mix your oats with a generous handful of raisins, a spoonful of brown sugar, a dash of cinnamon, and some crushed nuts for healthy fat, and you toss it all right into a zip bag. Step 2 happens at the chilly campsite. You just pour boiling water directly into your camp mug right over the oats. Step 3, cover it with a piece of foil for exactly 5 minutes. The dried fruit plumps up, the sugar melts into this rich, steaming syrup, and you get a hearty meal that keeps you full for hours. And the best part? It costs mere cents per serving. Now that's smart camping by. All right, by midday, we enter Phase 2, the trail lunch. You are miles from camp, and the absolute last thing you want to do is unpack a stove. Your lunch needs to be completely rugged and highly mobile with zero cooking required. So here is a golden rule to live by. Ditch the sliced bread. Man, we all know the absolute pain of reaching into a backpack only to pull out a crushed, totally soggy loaf of bread. It's a nightmare. Tortillas or flatbreads, on the other hand, they are a camper's absolute best friend. They pack completely flat, they stay fresh for days, even in damp air, and honestly, they are virtually indestructible. So let's look at the ultimate budget protein wrap. Step 1, spread a thick layer of smooth peanut butter right onto your tortilla. Step 2, wrap it around a whole peeled banana. Boom, you have an incredible combo of healthy fats, protein, and potassium that gives you sustained stamina without that awful afternoon sugar crash. Or hey, if you want something savory, grab a cheap, shelf-stable pouch of tuna or chicken, slap it on the tortilla with a leftover takeout mayo packet, and roll the whole shebang up. High protein, zero effort, ready in 60 seconds flat. Now for Phase 3, the campfire feast. The sun is going down, it's getting cold out there, and it is finally time for the main event. After a long day, your body naturally craves a meal that is deeply warm, comforting, and really filling. Enter the legendary one-pot campfire chili. This is a thick, smoky stew combining canned black and kidney beans, crushed tomatoes, and just a small amount of highly seasoned smoked sausage or maybe some chorizo. Using canned beans gives you instant rich flavor and fiber, literally for pennies. All you do is brown half a chopped onion and that sausage in a pot over the fire. I promise you, Dust, the entire campsite will smell incredible. Then you just pour in your beans, tomatoes, and spices and let it simmer into a thick stew that honestly feels like a warm hug. Here is your master blueprint, buddy. Take a look. Breakfast gives you sustained energy for a very low cost. Lunch brings the high protein for a low cost. Dinner gives you that crucial protein recovery for just a moderate cost. Heck, even an evening snack of traditional s'mores is minimal. I'm telling you, man, you can eat like an absolute king in the wilderness and spend way less than you would on a single fast food meal back in the city. So, how do we physically get all this food into the woods efficiently? Let's check out some smart packing secrets. The real magic actually happens at home long before you even leave for the trip. If you bring all that bulky original cardboard packaging, you are setting yourself up for failure. Here are the pro tips. First, blend your custom spice mixes into clean, empty pill bottles. Genius, right? Second, never carry full bottles of condiments. Just save those fast food packets throughout the year, or use tiny squeeze bottles. And finally, pre-chop hard vegetables like onions and carrots at home and toss them into reusable bags. By dumping them straight from the bag into your pot, you don't even need to pack a cutting board. Bye. It's a total game changer. All right, finally, we hit our camp kitchen FAQs. Because as your camping buddy, I know exactly what kind of kitchen worries are spinning in your head right now, and we are going to solve them on the spot. First major worry I hear all the time: how do I keep my food cool without an expensive, incredibly heavy cooler? It's a great question, because coolers take up a ton of space and the good ones cost an absolute fortune. The big secret? Rely heavily on shelf-stable foods. Just think about it: tortillas, peanut butter, oats, dried fruit, canned beans, and hard cheeses. They need zero refrigeration. For the stuff that actually does, like that sausage for your chili, just freeze that meat solid before you leave. It literally acts as an edible ice pack inside a standard insulated bag for your first day. And it will thaw perfectly right in time for your first campfire dinner. How awesome is that? Next up, what is the easiest way to clean up greasy camp pots without making a huge mess? Let's be real, cleaning up in the dirt kind of sucks. And you definitely do not want to turn your beautiful, pristine campsite into an oily disaster area. So here is the trick. Step 1, always wipe out your pot with a scrap of paper towel, or honestly, even a dry leaf, while the pan is still slightly warm. Wiping out 90% of the grease before water even touches that pan is absolute magic. Step 2, then you use just a tiny drop of biodegradable soak and some hot water to wash it. And step 3, make sure to scatter that gray water far away from any clean natural water sources. And our last FAQ for the day: can I practice these budget recipes at home before heading out? Absolutely, Dosed. In fact, I highly recommend it. You really shouldn't be trying this stuff for the very first time in the dark woods. Cook a single pot meal on your kitchen stove at home, but strictly use only the tools you plan to carry in your pack. It tests your portion sizes, it tests your flavors, and it ensures that when you are totally exhausted out there in the wilderness, the actual cooking process will feel like second nature. Look at this quote right here, Mariar. True camping is about stripping away the noisy complications of modern life and enjoying honest, delicious food with great company around a glowing fire. Man, that really hits the nail on the head. That is what this is all about. It's not about showing off expensive gear. It's about reconnecting with the earth and the people you care about without stressing over your wallets. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Are you ready to stop overcomplicating your camp kitchen and finally embrace the clean, stress-free simplicity of smart meal prepping? By just planning ahead and choosing versatile ingredients, you can fuel your body for less money than you ever thought possible. Pack your bags, prep your spices, and step out into the great outdoors with absolute confidence. Get out there and enjoy it, bae.